Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Monday evening. The last live watch along of the first round of matches in the Premier League season. Uh, Good game, this one. Should be a good game. Leicester just come up after relegations a couple of seasons ago, so they've come up first time and they'll want to consolidate their position in the Premier League. They won't want to be a team that goes up and down like yo-yos, like some teams can become against a Spurs team that they've made a few signings. I don't know whether that makes them any stronger, but we shall see as the season progresses. But the two teams have been named, so we'll start with Leicester first. So in goal for them is Hermansen, then it's Christiansen, Vestergaard, Fires, Justin, Winks, obviously playing against his former side, Ndidi, Cordova Reed, Buonanotte, Fatawu, and Jimmy Vardy will be up front. So for Spurs in goal, it'll be Vicario, and then we'll have Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Madison, another one playing against one of his former sides, Bentancur, Sarr, Son, Solanke making his debut for Spurs after his big money signing, and Johnson finishing it off. So that's the two sides. Archie Gray, who signed for Spurs from Leeds, he's on the bench tonight. So it'll be nice to see if Archie gets on a bit later and how he progresses in the Premier League after what's been a meteoric rise for Leeds. So it should be a good game, this. At the King Power Stadium, looking pretty full at the moment. We're about just under 15 minutes away from the kick-off. So, like I say, if you have just joined us, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the like as well, which always helps the channel grow. And of course, throughout the night, we'll encourage you to get all your comments in so we can discuss them as the game goes by, especially at half time, especially now, and at the end of the game if anything's preying on your mind. So get your comments in. We'll get it out amongst our watchers and see how far we can take these comments. Keep it all nice and clean if you can. Keep it all constructive. Just makes it a bit more of a pleasant watch along today. Don't forget also to hit the notification button. We're going to be live streaming right throughout the season, so you won't want to miss any games hopefully. So hit the notification button and you'll be told when my live streams will be on. And we're also going to do a few cricket games as well because I'm a bit of a cricket fan, so I want to do a few of those. And England are playing Australia next month in several one-day games. So I'm going to see if I can do several of those. So if you're a cricket fan as well, please try and join us for those because it should be good as long as the England weather doesn't spoil things. So let's get ourselves settled down for what should be a good game. Nice cup of tea to start off with. I would think that Leicester are going to start as the underdogs, even at home. I think that Spurs will be the favourites. Surprised that Jamie Vardy's starting. I think he spent a lot of last season coming on and being a type of super sub. Cordova Reed, he's not a bad signing. He'll be useful. I think they signed him from Crystal Palace, didn't they? Vestergaard, I think he's an ex-Spurs player as well, so he'll be playing against his old team. So there's a few of swap sides during previous seasons, so they'll want to put one over their old side. But what do you think? Has anyone got anything they want to say about these two teams tonight? I think Spurs' bench looks particularly strong. Probably a lot stronger than Leicester's does. And don't forget that Leicester have got a points deduction hanging over them, two sets of points deductions overhanging them for financial irregularities, shall we say. So we'll learn further down the line how much Leicester are going to drop in points. But for the moment, they'll just be concentrating on getting a good start in front of their own fans and their own ground. 3 points today would be a great start for Leicester. It would be a strong, positive start because there's a lot more difficult sides to come besides Spurs tonight. Spurs are a bit hit and miss away from home. You can get at Spurs away from home that you can't do. It seems that Spurs' own ground. But again, Ange will have got round his team. It's another year into his tenancy. He's moulding the team in his own image. So, especially with Solanke, maybe they've got a bit of a goal front up front since Harry Kane left. And the partnership that Solanke forms with Son will be worth watching tonight. See if they can hit it running, because Son's got the pace to create Solanke chances where he gets down the wings there. And one thing you'll find is that Solanke will definitely get himself in the box. And so as Solanke's matured over the last few years, he's started banging in a lot more goals, especially since he left Liverpool anyway. So it'll be interesting to watch how he starts off as well. No, it would seem that the Leicester-Tottenham game is the highest scoring fixture in Premier League history. That's an unusual one. Over 128 goals in previous meetings. So let's hope we can look at looking forward to getting a few goals in this game tonight as well. It's always better if one of the teams can get a goal early. That really does open the game up a bit. But we shall see. We shall see. I would think that Leicester will start off a bit cagily. They won't want to concede a goal early on in this game and put themselves on the back foot against a good team like Spurs. Spurs will again be looking to be pushing for a Champions League spot. I don't think they're going to be in the hunt for the title, but a Champions League spot is realistic. And maybe even Spurs should be concentrating on getting a run in one of these cup games, because it's probably their best chance of winning some silverware this year. And Spurs fans are demanding it, especially after they've had such a big turnaround of players, managers, and then they've got that fantastic stadium now. It's crying out for a trophy. So let's hope they can get one. I'd like to see Spurs. I'm not a Spurs fan, but I'd like to see them win something. So if you have just joined us, thanks for joining us. We'll be kicking off in just over 5 minutes for this game. Get your thoughts in the comments. What do you think to the game tonight? Any ideas on the score? I think I'm predicting probably 2-0 to Spurs tonight. That's what I'm thinking, but if you think different, let me know. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Hit that like button. It does help the channel. It does help the channel grow. They're just cameras there, are just focusing in on Oliver Skipper, who's just signed from Spurs for Leicester for 25 million. Obviously not eligible today, but you know, Leicester certainly are strengthening themselves, especially in midfield. So they're spending a bit of cash. Yeah, so as I was saying, hit the notification button as well, because we're going to be doing multiple streams throughout the season. And like I've already mentioned just a little bit earlier, I'm going to do some cricket next month when the Aussies are here. Do some other one-day games. Should be interesting. So if you are a cricket fan, please do join us. So Premier League stats and facts, as already said, he thinks it should be a good game, and I've got a tendency to agree with him as well. Should be a good game. just get the timer on because we won't be far off starting soon. Just getting ourselves well prepared for this, for the start of this game. There we go. Just put the score banner on there as well. There. So we're all ready for the start now. Just under 5 minutes away. Just looking at the TV cameras, both teams are in the tunnel now, ready to come out. Ange Postacoglu's already walked out, so he's said everything he can to his team now, and the two managers just sharing a hug and a few words of encouragement as both teams are on the way out. Last chance for a comment, guys, before the game gets started. What do you think? Give us a prediction of your score. I've said 2-0. Do you agree? Looks like a full crowd at Leicester, which you would expect anyway. Steve Cooper in his first game will want to make a big impression on the Leicester crowd as well. Certainly at home, comes with a bit of a reputation as being a good young manager, so we shall see about that as well. Thanks for joining us. If you've just joined us, just encouraging people to put in the comments their predictions for the score today. So it looks like Leicester are going to play a 4-3-2-1. Van der Ven, particularly quick defender as well. They're hoping they can keep him fit. Missed a huge chunk of last season, did Van der Ven, and Spurs missed him in their defence. Same with James Maddison. They'll be hoping that they can keep him fit today. What? What's wrong? Is it still in the car? Do you want some tea? Take up with you. Looks like it's raining at Leicester. It is raining, isn't it? That'll make the pitch slick for passing. Leicester just getting in the team huddle before the tribute that's going to be paid to Craig Shakespeare. Obviously a big loss to Leicester. So there's going to be a minute's applause. Died earlier this year, sadly missed by everybody in football, not just the fans and players from Leicester. Oh, it's pouring down there now, but that's a great tribute to Craig Shakespeare there. Perfectly observed by the crowd. Clapping still going on, so he's got a real good tribute there, but the teams have now separated and we're just a few seconds away from kick-off. The Spurs have gone right to the far end of the pitch for the team huddle. It's a bit excessive, but Spurs to kick off, kicking from right to left as I'm looking at it now. Solanke's going to be the one to start off Spurs and his own career as the players take the knee. And here we go. Last game of match week 1. Spurs with the ball at the back with Van de Ven. Goes down to Maddison on the left. He plays the ball down the line. Looks like Solanke's going to keep that in now, has he? Just not quite. Goes out for a dead ball. It's played to Fatawu and he gets the ball through to Vardy, but he hasn't got the pace that he had before. He'd have been onto that in a way, but he hasn't got the pace now. He had the ball wrestled from him. Leicester have still got the ball though. They've had to go back with it a bit, but it's gone across to that left-hand side. Oh, Fire's almost lost the ball there in his own half. He's been crowded up by the Spurs players, but it's gone back to the keeper, Hermansen, and he drives it long. Keeper comes out to field that ball as it almost went through to him. Ball is played over the top by Spurs, but again, that's a bit too far, and that goes all the way through to Hermansen. He's just going to take his time, let things settle down a bit. He drops the ball at his feet and he's going to kick it out off the floor. Long. Again, far too long. Goes straight through to Vicario. Romero to Pedro Porro. It's flicked inside. Bentancur. Goes across to Van de Ven. He comes across to Udogie, but he's been forced backwards, back to Van de Ven, and he lays it back to his keeper as Leicester put the pressure on. Ball's played across to Van de Ven. He plays it down the line to Son. Goes back to Van de Ven. He goes across to the right-hand side. Udogie, he plays it through the middle. It's a bit tight through the middle though. I think it's Solanke. He's bundled off the ball though, and he wins a free kick. Thanks to Vestergaard just knocking him in the back. The ball's taken quickly. Goes to Son, hugging that left wing, but he's pressurised and has to go back to Van de Ven on the halfway line. Romero gives it back to Van de Ven. He plays it down the line to Son. Got a chance to cross it with his left foot, but it's blocked. Blocked by Justin, and it goes out for a corner to Spurs. Maddison getting a good welcome from the Leicester crowd there. He's going to take the corner right-footed anyway. Swings it in deep to the back post. It's well headed out. It's picked up by Son halfway inside the Leicester half. He goes back to the halfway. Goes Bentancur. He comes back across. Udogie to Son on the hugging the left touchline again. He gives it to Maddison. Maddison comes back inside. Bentancur again. Cross to the right to Romero. Ball comes back to Romero. Down the right hand side again. It's drilled in. Difficult one to control. Ball comes loose, but Spurs pick it up again. So Udogie again. He gives it to Son on that left. It's immediately closed down and has to go back to Van der Ven. And Maddison takes it off Van der Ven. Moving across the right. Has to give it back to Romero. Ball's played inside. It's flicked inside, but it's lost by Spurs. Leicester pick it up. Good tackle from behind there. Solanke picks the ball up because it's a Son on the left-hand edge of the penalty area. He goes into attack there. Goes down to the byline. Is well held up though. But cleverly kicks it against Fatawu. And the ball rolls out for another corner to Spurs. Maddison, right footer, in swinger again. Near the near post. And that was off the line as it was flicked in at the near post. And then it's hit in again as the ball comes in. Johnson has a volley on the right-hand edge of the penalty area, and the goalkeeper makes a good save. And the ball eventually is cleared. Van der Ven picks it up on the right-hand side of the Tottenham half and has to go all the way back as he's put under pressure. But that's a good save, and the header was cleared off the line. I'll see the replay to see, but Spurs are unfortunate not to go one ahead there. See the replay and see who it was, and who cleared it off the line, but it's not been shown yet. The Spurs have it deep inside their own half. Comes out to the left to Udogie. He comes inside to Maddison. Maddison goes all the way across to the right to Brennan Johnson. He plays it down the line. It's Pedro Porto. I think that there's that header. Bentancur got the header. Almost went in at the back post, but it's flicked off the line. I think it was Ndidi that cleared it off the line. Brilliant. Spurs take the free kick short. Oh. Son plays one to the edge of the 6-yard box at the back of the post, and a diving header by Solanke, and he only manages to head it straight at the keeper. That was a great chance again there. I think he would have had to have done better there. Make the goalkeeper work harder than he did. But Harry Winks has got the ball in the centre of midfield now. Buonanotte nutmegs a couple of players as he brings the ball out to the left. Christensen plays it down the line. But it's well cleared by Spurs, going with the runners. Faz picks it up. Ball goes back. Leicester still have control of the ball, but just inside their own half. And Faz eventually plays it back to the keeper as Spurs put the pressure on. The ball goes long from the keeper. And it's given us an offside on Fatou. And that cross again there from Son with his left foot to the back post, right on the edge of the 6-yard box. A diving header from Solanke. He should have done better than that. Son has it again now, plays it down the line. It's deflected. Justin manages to clear it. Justin again. He's given it away to Son though. Udogie plays it into the middle of the box there, but it's cleared. Fatawi gets it away. Deep into Spurs territory. The keeper's got it. Plays it across to Van der Ven on the left-hand side. And then Bentancur on the left. He's got Son. Son has to go back. There's no space for him on the left there at the moment. Van der Ven again comes across to the left. Son. Maddison supporting him. Maddison gets it. Turns inside on his right foot. Checks and goes on his left. Just on the edge of the box. Plays one inside to Son. On the edge of the 6-yard box again. He tries to get a left-footed low crossing, but it's intercepted and it goes out for another Spurs corner. So Spurs getting a flurry of corners early on in this game, and they're really dominating the early passages. And this is going to be another right-footed in-swinger from Maddison. So near post again. There's another flick on. Again, the Spurs head onto it. Must have been a touch by a Leicester player as well, because it's gone out for a corner on the opposite side, and Maddison's going to jog all the way across to take a right-footed away swinger instead of the usual in-swingers. He's going to go short, but he fakes it and checks. Well, he has gone short to Johnson. Johnson gets the cross in. There's another header. Narrowly wide pass. Romero, a stooping header, but he got to the header first and just put it wide at that left-hand post where Hermanson was scrambling across to get there. He might have just got there if it had been on target. But Spurs are really dominating so far. Leicester are trying to play the way out, but that's so tight there. He dallied on it, did Justin. He's got the ball forward to Fatawu. He thinks it came off the Spurs player, but it's a throw to Spurs. He argues with the linesman, but he's not going to change his mind as the rain continues to fall. Udogie with the throw, looking for someone to give it to. Maddison gets it. He's got a man right on his back. There's no space there. Van der Ven hits it across. Romero plays it inside. The ball's into a lot of space in the middle, and Song, it's been flicked onto Song on the left, and he's got a chance to attack that inside right position. Maddison's got a chance of a shot. Well, I thought he would have had a shot. He tried to get it across into the centre with Solanke. Solanke was well covered, but he should have unleashed a shot there. He had the space and the goal gaping, and he didn't take the chance. He elected to play it into the centre where Solanke was good. He had 3 men around him. Why didn't Maddison have a shot? He had the space in front of him and he didn't take it. And the ball ends up deflecting off Solanke for a dead ball, which is drilled long, but it's picked up by Van der Ven on the centre line. He's going forward down that left-hand side. He's got no support at the moment. And then he's tripped up by Fatawu. And Spurs have a free kick on the left-hand side, deep inside the Leicester half. Dangerous position to be able to swing one right into the box. Maddison's over it again. Just a bit of a delay while the referee positions himself to watch all the pushing in the box. A right-footed in-swinger. Doesn't beat the first man though, and it's headed out. Porro picks the ball up though and goes for another cross back in. Solanke got a glancing header, but it was straight at Hermansson, and he makes a comfortable save. The Spurs creating loads of chances. They must have had 4 or 5 chances, most of them on target already in the first 14 minutes. And Leicester haven't been anywhere near the Spurs penalty area yet. Hermansson drives it long down the left-hand side. It's Cordova Reed who brought it under control at left-hand side, but he's tackled straight away, and it goes out for a throw to Leicester. They're being forced backwards. Fires has it. The press is on. Winks has to go back to his keeper. Nowhere else to go. That's tight again. That's tight again, but indeed he's away now. But his pass was short to Christiansen. Christian didn't make it, but pulled his man back and gives the free kick away on the right-hand side, just on halfway. Free kick to Spurs. He plays it to his keeper, who's well out of his box, gets it back. Van der Ven's going to get it by the looks of things. He's got acres of space in front of him, plays it across the left-hand side. Son exchanges passes with Maddison. Maddison has lost the ball, got it underneath his feet, and Leicester can attack down this right-hand side. Ball goes across to left. Cordova Reed on the edge of the box, looking to get on his right foot. He has to lay it back to Christiansen. And then it goes back again to Fires on near the halfway line. So they've lost a bit of territory of Leicester here, but they'll play it through the centre. Buonanotte takes the ball. But Bentancur keeps with Buonanotte, and eventually the ball runs out for a throw to Leicester. Leicester could do with a bit of time spent in the Spurs half, because it's been all pressure from Spurs so far. Ball's taken, but the throw is lost, and Son was pinched the ball and is off down the left-hand side. He has to cut inside. Being pressurised, and eventually is fouled and gets the free kick. Harry Winks, his own former teammate, Romero, plays it back across to Van der Beek. Son has it, Maddison plays it inside. He goes all the way across the right-hand side to Johnston, brings it under control. He's got a chance to attack the box again. Tries to put the cross in. It's well defended by Leicester again, and it goes out for another corner to be taken on the Spurs right. Maddison again will go across and put his right-footed outswinger. Spurs must have had about 6 corners already in this first 15 or so minutes. They've been very dominant. 6 corners, yep, so far. Here comes a corner. It's a good one. It's an outswinger. Comes out to the edge of the box to Son. Has a left-footed shot. It's deflected and goes out for another corner. This time on the opposite side. It's well defended by Buonanotte there. Closed Son down enough. It's played short to Son. Porro back to Son on the left. He's going to attack his man, and he's gone past him. He's got to the edge of the box. Couldn't dig it out from underneath his feet, and when he did, though, he managed to chip it to the back post and over the bar. Get your comments in so far, guys. What do you think to this start? great start by Spurs. They've created several chances and could have been 2 or 3 up easily. That's no exaggeration. Ange not happy with the time wasting by Hermansen. Ball is played long, picked up. It's immediately drilled into the heart of the Leicester box. Johnson has it, gets a drive it inside. Maddison's through. Son can turn. He goes down. No, Solanke that turned. Went down, but it's no... He did appeal, but it was half-heartedly. Penalty wasn't given. But again, Spurs getting the ball in dangerous areas. It was a poor dead ball that was taken by Hermansen. It was low into the centre of the field, and Spurs picked it up immediately and got the ball forward quickly. Vardy has it, flicks it on. It's not his forte, the header isn't Vardy, but the ball goes across to the right. For Taru, had it in the centre, but the referee gives a free kick to him. He says that Udogi's pulled him down. Didn't look to be much in it, but the free kick's given anyway. Wasn't much in that, but it's central, about 15 yards outside the box. Chance for Leicester to attack. Buonanotte stood over it. Winks is going to take it as he plays it across to his right. It's flicked to the back post. It's obviously a training ground move, but it wasn't well exercised. Romero gets a header that goes up in the air, then volleys the ball out for a throw. Buonanotte is, well, I was going to say he was going to take it, but he's left it. Buonanotte gets a ball to the back post. Can Cordova Reid? Can't get there though. It just ran away from him. Good thinking there. Just skipped away off this wet surface. Cordova Reid at the back post with a bit of space. But Leicester have got it again. There's another free kick given to Leicester, to Spurs there. Didn't look to be again much in that. Minimum contact, but the ref's stopping the game for these little fouls where he doesn't need to. Udogi plays it across to the right hand side. Romero. Romero comes back inside to Van de Ven. A lot of space in front of him. He's going to go back to Romero on the right. He's going to go cross field to the left. Son brings the ball down. Plays it inside. Bentancur had a half-hearted shot that was blocked. Fatawu manages to scramble the ball away. He's going to go down the line, which he does. Aiming at Jamie Vardy, but he had 2 men on him and he didn't have a chance of getting that. Udogi's coming away now. He makes a run. Maddison doesn't find him. Goes back inside to Bentancur. Sarr has to go back. He goes down to the right. Porro plays it inside to Sarr, but he's fluffed his line. He had a chance of turning it back. Didn't get much of a touch on it, and Leicester have cleared it. Only to the halfway line where Van de Ven's picked it up again. He's coming across to the left now, where Son's hugging the left-hand touchline again. He plays it inside to Udogi. He turns and gives it back to Son. Van de Ven goes across to the left. Gets it back. Maddison has it on the inside left. He plays it inside to Solanke. Maddison's got a chance of a shot again. He checks, tries to chip onto the back post. There's nobody there. It's cleared, but Maddison can pick it up again. He's under pressure and he's barged over. Fatawu waves at him as if to say, get up. The referee agrees. But Buonanotte has been robbed now. And it's a throw into Spurs, deep inside on the left-hand touchline. They go backwards to Spurs. Van der Ven gets the ball back on the left-hand side. He's got a lot of space in front of him. He's got Son in front of him. But he comes back inside to Sarr. Sarr goes across to the right-hand side. Leicester very deep. Sarr gets it again. Maddison has it now. Udogie, Maddison, Son gets it. Udogie goes past him and takes it to the byline. It's cleared away by Ndidi. Winks helps it further on. There was a dwelling on the ball by a Spurs fan, and Leicester are away on the left-hand side. Christensen, but it's a good tackle. Brendan Johnson. And then he's looking for a man to support him. He fouls Christensen as he tries to come away with the ball, and it's a free kick to Leicester on the left-hand side. Brendan Johnson had a chance to really go down that line and run, but he just didn't want to attack the space. He was looking for support and allowed Christensen to get back at him. And then fouled Christensen as he tried to run off with the ball. It's Fires who's going to take this free kick. Taken short, and then Fires gets the ball back and looking for Vardy over the top, but Pedro Porro clears it down the line. Comes to Johnson again. He's got a bit Solanke. He's got space to turn, which he does. Sarr, bit of space. No, his son closed down. Decladova Reed plays it inside, but Spurs close them down. Solanke doing a lot of good work on the halfway line to win the ball back. Ball's played forward to Maddison, almost in the centre circle. Solanke comes short for it, gives it to Udogie, who goes wide to Son on the left. He's got a chance to attack his man again, but gives it inside to Udogie again. Son has created a bit of space now as he attacks that line. Udogie's got it now. Has the ball taken away from him. Leicester just doing enough to keep the ball out, but Maddison and Son combining to put the pressure straight back on Leicester again. Ball's funneled across to the right. Run by Pedro Porro, but not given. Goes across to the keeper. Keeper plays it forward. Then the ball is lost in the centre of midfield. Leicester coming forward. Vardy gets it. It was a pass that was pinged into him on the edge of the box. Couldn't control it. And it rolls through to the keeper, Vicario. He hasn't had much pre-season training, Jamie Vardy, so whether he's just a yard short of pace. Udogie has it on the left-hand side now. Just a bit of a misplaced pass to Maddison, but Maddison tidies it up. Goes into the centre. Maddison in the centre of midfield now. He's got Udogie to his left. He's got Son even further forward on the left. Son's got a chance to attack again. Maddison gets it back on the edge. He's going for across the edge of the box. And Spurs have scored. Pedro Porro made a run into the box. Somewhere around about the 6-yard box. The ball has just drifted in on the right foot by Maddison, and it gets a flicked header, does Pedro Porro, that goes past the keeper's left hand and into the far post. And it's a goal that Spurs have really have deserved, because they've been all over Leicester so far. Maddison gets the ball out to Son. He goes, and Maddison's all on his own there on the edge of the box. He just flicks one in, and Pedro Porro gets in front of his man right on the penalty spot and just glances the ball. Just glances the ball past the keeper's left hand and into the far post. And the keeper didn't stand a chance really there. Yeah, maybe giving Pedro Porro too much credit for a header, where it seemed to come off more of his back of his head and his shoulder. But the fact of the matter is the ball's gone in and Spurs are 1-0 up. Tottenham on the attack again, with Maddison the provider. A little bit deeper this time, as his Son. He's a little bit deeper. He goes back to the halfway line to Van der Ven. And he goes across to the right hand side. Romero, he goes forward to Brendan Johnson. Solanke gets the ball off Johnson and is chopped down by Faz. And it'll be a free kick on the right hand side. Spurs have had 8 shots, 5 on target, 20 touches in their opposition box, and that's why they're a goal up and should be another couple. It's another ball that's played into the back post. Justin manages to get away, but not convincingly. It's a throw-in, which Son takes. Plays it to Sarr, who goes across to the right-hand side. Comes across to Son on the left. Udogie goes past him. Son looks to come back inside. Maddison's chopped down from behind. That's going to be a free kick. And Didi goes through the back of Maddison. Sarr plays the ball into Maddison, and yeah, he got his foot round him and took him out from behind. You can't do that. Didn't get anywhere near the ball, didn't Ndidi. And it's another free kick in a dangerous position. Maddison's recovered from that challenge, and now he's got the chance to take the free kick. Pedro Porro stood with him. Yeah, I think where Maddison's looking, he's looking at that far post. He thinks there's a curling one in there. Just taking his time, composing himself. Flicks it to the back post. It's a free header at the back post. And the ball is whistled across that 6-yard box by Brendan Johnson. And that was too easy. There was 2 men at that back post, completely unmarked. And just nobody could catch up with Brendan Johnson as he hit that across the goal, only 2 yards out. And no one could catch up with him to be able to just tap it in, because it would have been an easy tap in at the back post. Another massive chance created by Spurs, and Leicester's defence is all over the place from that free kick. Leicester have the ball coming down the right hand side now. Fatahu has got a chance to attack that byline, but it's taken off him by Udogie, and he comes away. Maddison, Udogie and Son on this left-hand side are creating havoc. Maddison has it again, deep inside his own half on the left this time. Goes all the way across to the right. Back to the left. Van der Ven. Madison takes it over again, plays it inside to a doggy, tries to lay it out to Son, but it's intercepted. Justin intercepts it, gets the ball back again, but they're going backwards. Justin has the ball again, but he's going backwards. Lays it down the line. Doggy and Fatu, but Fatu has to go backwards. Vestergaard tried to make some progress forward, but Spurs are putting the pressure on them, giving them no time on the ball, and they're going further and further backwards as Leicester losing space, losing territory, and the ball's being lost. Spurs have just run that ball out on the right hand side there. It's a throw on the Leicester left. Christiansen's going to take it. Christiansen having to go backwards. Gives it to Vestergaard. He plays it forward. Justin going forward. Gets it to Fatu. He's got a chance to hit that back. A chance to hit the byline. Didn't. Got an early crossing, but it was too close to the keeper, who took an easy catch on the edge of his 6-yard box. Just needed to give his own attacking team a chance to catch up with him. Van der Ven has the ball on the edge of his box. He plays it into midfield. There's a bit of space there. Solanke tries to play the ball out to Sarr, but he overhits it and it goes out for a throw on the Leicester left. Immediately put under pressure, Sarr, to win that ball back. Fires has it, but he's deep inside his own half again. He tries to drill a ball forward, looking for Vardy, but the keeper's out. The keeper was well out of his box, a diving header, but left his goal completely empty. The ball went to Declan Overeed, 10 yards or so off halfway. He hit it first time, looking to put one over the top of Vicario into the empty net. But he slices it well wide. Van der Ven down the line again for Son, who's making the run. Vestergaard don't get much of a header on it, but Son thought he wouldn't, so he didn't bother challenge for it. So Leicester come away with it. Winks with a bit of space in front of him. Goes across to Fatawu. He plays it inside. His own team don't react, and Spurs pick the ball up and come forward again. Maddison on the halfway line plays the ball first time to Son on the left. He's got a chance to attack the defender now, but he plays it inside to Maddison again. He's got a chance to get forward, get a crossing, which he does do. And a few deflections as it bounces about in that box, and it's cleared by Leicester. But Spurs, every time they get forward, they're looking like scoring. Pedro Porro plays it down. Brendan Johnson had a chance to take his fullback on, but didn't want to. Comes back inside to centre midfield. And Maddison wants the ball as often as he can get it. And they're feeding him as well. Sarr just knocked over as he played the ball backwards, but the ref tells him to get up and carry on. Maddison gets it on the left. Goes all the way across to Son in a bit of space. Maddison supporting him and gets the ball back from Son. Son gets it again, tries to take his man on. Fatawu manages to get a foot in. Buonanotte. He had 3 men around him, tried to check inside, had the ball taken off him, and eventually Van der Ven plays it back to Vicario. Bentancur gives it to Udogie. He's got Maddison on the left. He's got Son in front of him. He plays it inside to Bentancur, who's made the run on. Now Son gets it. Bentancur goes beyond him. Maddison, bit of space. Whips one across to the right. To Brendan Johnson. Had to wait for the ball to come to him. which give the Leicester defender a chance to get his foot in, which he did do. Still a throw to Spurs on that right-hand side. Given to Johnson, who plays it straight back. Not much space in there, so they go more towards the middle. Van der Ven picks it up. Of course, Maddison takes it off him. Can't get enough of the ball at the moment. Maddison's having a great game. Johnson gets it. Porro. It's going to be played across to Van der Ven again. And Son again in that position wide on the left. Goes back to Van der Ven. Van der Ven's deep inside the Leicester half. Porro. He turns and turns again and goes back across to Van der Ven. Udogie. Van der Ven. Son gets it on the left. A lot of people around him. Has to go back. Udogie. Udogie under pressure. Loses out. It's Buonanotte. Then Udogie pulls him back. I thought at the moment that the ref was going to go to the yellow card, but he's changed his mind. Yeah, just put his arms around his waist and pulled him back. Probably deserved a yellow card, but didn't get one. Free kick to Leicester. 8 yards inside the Spurs half. Winks is going to take it against his old team. Ball's played deep. It goes straight through to Vicario. Makes a comfortable catch. That's a poor free kick. Vicario rolls the ball out to Sarr, and he gets the Spurs attack underway again. Man down on that right-hand side there. Is it Romero? Holding his stomach. No, it's Pedro Porro. He's back on his feet anyway. I wasn't watching that. Just a collision with Decladova-Reid. Spurs putting the squeeze on now. And they win the ball back, and it goes through to Maddison. Solanke tries to lay it off to him, but just didn't quite get there. Sarr has a hit with his left foot swinger from a long way out, takes a deflection and then gets a lucky corner out of it. So everything going for Spurs at the moment. Into the 43rd minute. It's flown past. But Spurs have really dominated this game. Corner comes in now. The header goes up to the back post. Indeed, he gets the ball away, but it goes out for another corner. Solanke was there challenging for the ball. Ndidi wins it, and it is another corner on the opposite end. And Leicester won't want to concede another one just before half time, because that will be difficult to come back from 2-0 down. Corner number 9 for Spurs. That tells you how dominant they've been. Maddison's going to take it right-footed in-swinger. Is he going to aim for that near post again for those flicked headers we've had so much success with so far? No, it goes deeper this time. There's no one at the back post, and Fars gets the header away. Pedro Porro picks the ball up, loses the ball, but the deflection takes it to another Spurs player, and it eventually goes all the way back to Vicario. Vicario has the ball back again now. Van der Ven gets the ball. Knows how close it is to half time. He's not going to take any risks. Vicario has the ball. Bentancur gets the ball from Vicario. It goes down the line to Son. Bentancur in plenty of space. Doggy gets it, leaves it back to Bentancur. Goes all the way across to the right. Maddison again on the ball. Gets it to Johnson, who lets it... No, yeah, he lets it run out of his feet. Has to recover the situation, but only by giving away a throw to Leicester. Christiansen with a throw. A long throw. Header is won by Spurs. Van der Ven. Across to the right. Again back to Van der Ven. Udogie on the left again. Comes back inside. Maddison comes short for it and gets it. No pressure on him. Goes across to Romero. He tries to play the ball inside, but it's deflected out for a throw. Spurs throw. Ange looks pretty happy with the way things have gone so far. Can't blame him for that. A bit tight there as, again, Brennan Johnson loses control of the ball. The ball is cleared via a deflection off a Spurs player, and it's a throw to Leicester. Into the last few seconds of this extra time, 1 minute added. Christiansen again just short of the halfway line, but he's not going to allow it to be taken because Spurs at half time are 1-0 ahead, and deservedly too. James Maddison's had a superb game. Half time, Leicester 0, Spurs 1. And I've got to say, it could have been a sight worse for Leicester. So what do you think, guys? What do you think to Spurs? I think they've started well. Leicester haven't looked at the races so far. I don't think they've had a shot at goal. Spurs have had about 9 or 10 corners, and they've had about 8 or 9 shots, and most of them on target, and should have been 2, if not 3-0 up. But anyway, we've got a chance to discuss that first half while the players are off taking a break. So get your comments in. What do you think? Is there anywhere back for Spurs, for Leicester? I mean, it's only 1-0, so they're still well in this, but in terms of possession and chances created, they haven't been in it at all. But what do you think? Chance for you to get your comments in while we're at the half-time break. I think it's been a good performance, but I think what's happened is that the manager and the tacticians at Spurs have identified that Maddison and Udogie and Son down the Spurs left-hand side, the Leicester right, can get at them from there, and they have done regularly. And I think that Leicester are going to have to do something about that at half-time. They can't allow them to keep creating chances there, because they're going to take a couple more, and before I know it, Leicester are going to be well out of this game. We may even see if later on in the second half, if Spurs go 2 or 3 up, might get some of the new signings on. Archie Gray possibly. Be nice to see Archie Gray. From one Leeds fan, I don't begrudge him going. just begrudge the way Leeds did it, but don't begrudge him going. I don't think he really wanted to go, but it is what it is now, and he's at a good team with a chance to progress his career. I'd love to see him become an England player, but he's only 18 and he's got plenty of time to progress. So what do you think, guys? Half time? So Premier League stats and facts, who's been with us right from the start of the game, he reckons it's been Spurs have been superb, and I've got to say, I've got to agree with him. Leicester haven't been at the races so far. And something's got to change. Jamie Vardy looks maybe a yard short of fitness, but he hasn't had much service, if any, up there. And they haven't looked like scoring. Udogi's kept Fatawu under control, and on the Leicester left, the Spurs right, they've created nothing from that side whatsoever. So don't forget, guys, if you have just joined us, thanks for joining us. You've missed a superb first half. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're not a subscriber already, hit that like button, which will help the channel grow. Big help for us. And of course, get the comments in. You can comment on this game anytime. We will discuss them, especially at half time. Chance to discuss things. Hit that notification button for further live streams and cricket live streams. We're going to do a few cricket live streams. So Tottenham have had 73% possession, 7 successful crosses, 9 corners, 10 shots and 5 on target. Leicester have had 1 shot off target and 1 touch in the opposition box, and that's it. That's how much they've been dominated by Spurs. Maddison so far has been my man of the match. Him and Son and Udogi on this left-hand side have really combined well together. Just looking at Pedro Porro goal again. And Gary Neville telling us what happened. It's Declan Reid who was marking Porro. And he goes with him to start with, so how did he actually get away from him? Maybe Porro just makes the run and gets in front of his man, which he does. Just gets half yard in front of him, and just a glance off the back of his head or the back of his shoulder, but he ended up being on target. Don't know. There was much more that Declan Reid could do about that. He went with his runner. Just maybe needed to be a slight bit tighter so that he could have given him a bit of a nudge as he went up for that ball, just to put him off, because he didn't actually end up challenging. And Porro, as a free header, he didn't get challenged by Declan Reid at all. There's no point in going with your man and running with him if you're not going to challenge him in the box, especially as the ball comes in like that. Just going through that chance, that Solanke chance. Solanke should have put that one in early on in that first half. Yeah, I forgot about the one that they had cleared off the line as well. Like I say, it could have easily been 3-0 up at half time, which would have been a nightmare for Leicester. I think Leicester fans would agree that they're under no illusion that it's going to be a difficult season for them again back in the Premier League, especially when they've got those points to be taken off them. You know, that could really put them behind the 8 ball. It could be. I mean, if they lose 5 or 6 points, that could be the difference between staying up at the end of the season and going down. I think the way Leicester need to look at this is that probably these games against your top sides, your Spurs, your Liverpools, your Man Cities, and whatever, they're free hits. What Leicester have got to do is beat the teams around them. It's been said before, and it's true. You're not looking to compete with Spurs. If you can get a point or whatever off Spurs in games like this, then great, it's a bonus. But you're looking to beat the teams around you. So Southampton, looking to beat them. Teams like that, take your points off them. Okay, guys, there's my prediction. Like what I said at the beginning, 2-0 to Spurs. But it should have already been 2-0. Does anybody disagree? Give us your comments. Let us know what you think. What score do you think it's going to be? Does anyone think that Spurs can be an actual title contender? If you look at how Man City did yesterday, they looked impressive, didn't they? They looked strong. Looked strong and tight and difficult to break down, and Haaland's off straight away. They're going to be a difficult team to beat again out there. Who can you see challenging them? It's going to be Arsenal, and that's maybe it. Can Liverpool get up there? We shall see. Last thing we want is a one-horse race, isn't it? Well, I've put my prediction in for 2-0 to Spurs at the end of this game, and Premier League Stats and Facts agrees with me. Is there anybody else who wants to make a prediction before we get this second half underway? Before we do get this second half underway, if you haven't already subscribed, if you haven't already hit the like button, please do, just to help this channel grow. hit the notification button so that you don't get left out when it comes to further live streams, cricket and football. You know you want to, guys. You know it makes sense. There's some good games coming up at the weekend, so make sure you join us for those. Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois for the IBF World title. That should be a good fight. It does look like the rain stopped at Leicester anyway. That's a blessing, but it has helped for slick passing. I wouldn't imagine there'll be any substitutions on the Spurs side. I think that they've played well as a team, and you wouldn't want to upset things by taking players out when you don't need to. As for Leicester, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Jamie Vardy was taken off. As players are filing out for the second half. And Gary Neville agrees with me that Spurs really did dominate that first half and be desperate to go get a second goal as quick as possible, because they should have had 2 or 3 in that first half. And the disappointing thing about Leicester is that they haven't created anything and never looked like creating anything. They never threatened Spurs at all. The first game back in the Premier League, you thought they'd have run themselves into the ground with real enthusiasm. First game back in the Premier League in front of their own fans, but so far it's been a no-show. As Leicester come out now, Spurs are already out. I think that Steve Cooper's probably given them the hairdryer treatment at that first half. But here we are, ready to start again. No changes at all in the first half. And we're away. Leicester now kicking from right to left. De Cordova is hounded by Romero. He plays it down to Christensen, who's fouled. Pedro Porro just knocks him in the back, goes back to Faiz. He has to go to his keeper. He's under pressure. Christensen has it, so a bit tight down there. He's not going to win that ball. Bit of strength there. And Spurs come away with the ball. Brennan Johnson. He was fouled, but Spurs had the advantage. Brennan Johnson eventually getting to his feet. Goes across to Van der Ven. And Udogi goes all the way back to Vicario. Romero back to Vicario. Back to Vicario. He's going to have to go long this time, is he? No, Van der Ven chips it down the left-hand side, so free header. Free header by Justin, but it goes back to Van der Ven. He goes down the line this time. Doggy. He plays the ball down to Son on that left-hand side, just a bit short. And the ball's played back to the goalkeeper. He drives it long down the left-hand side. Maddison, he gets it down the left to Son in a bit of space. Maddison's got it again. Tries to pull a ball inside. Justin managed to stop it from going for a corner. Or did he? It looks like he's complaining, so yeah, he did. It's a throw. A doggy. Back to Van der Ven. Romero inside. A dog is fouled. Fatawu. Maddison gets it, plays it across to Sarr. Goes all across to Johnson. Johnson coming inside. Sarr is pulled down by Declan Reed, and that's a foul. Free kick quickly taken. Van der Ven. Goes across to Romero, back to Van der Ven. They're trying to put a bit of pressure on him. Buonanotte manages to make him play it back to the keeper. There's no pressure on the keeper. He can pick a pass out wherever he wants to go, and he comes across to the right to Brennan Johnson. Christensen wins the header, but it's a throw to Spurs on the right hand side. It goes back from Porro. Brendan Johnson has it, but he's checked and has to come back inside. Brendan Johnson's got some space now on the edge. Tries to take it round Christensen, but only runs it out for a dead ball. And it's a goal kick. Just looking at the Spurs substitutions, there's none of them getting warmed up or look like they're getting warmed up yet. Well, that ball must have been given as a corner. I didn't see it, but Maddison takes a short corner. The ball is flicked to the back post. Indeed, he manages to flick it out as Porro was coming into the back post. He rolls all the way out for a throw on the left-hand side. Looks like Udogi is going to take it. Son comes short, doesn't get it. Solanke's got it right on the byline, cuts inside, looking for a man. Son's got it, plays it across to the right. Goes to Johnson. He's got Christensen. Porro's got a chance, but he has to cut back inside. Maddison's got it. He's coming inside. He's forced backwards, turns. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson plays it through the legs to Maddison. Maddison's in the box now with a left-footed shot, but it's well blocked. And Pedro Porro commits a foul just inside the box. But good skill by Maddison there. He's starting the second half, how we finished the first. Spurs will be looking for that second goal though. That's a free kick that's taken very long, so long that it just runs through to Vicario. There was nobody anywhere near it in the Leicester shirt. Son's robbed. Coming inside now. Vardy's got it. Decladova had a... Vardy puts the ball through to Decladova-Reid on the edge of the 6-yard box, but he's given offside. He did have a shot, it was well blocked. Well blocked by Romero. Yeah, it's just half a yard offside, just went a fraction too soon. Good defending by Sarr, stuck with his man, got the block in. Bentancur gives it to Van de Ven. He checks inside. Back to Bentancur. The ball finds its way out. Romero goes back into Bentancur. Udogie comes short for it. Goes out to Maddison on the left. He leaves it inside to Udogie. Gets the ball back to Maddison. He's drifting inside into the centre circle. Plays out to the right. Well, Brendan Johnson thought that was off Pedro Porro. Thought it was a throw to Spurs, but it's not given to Spurs. Ball finds its way back to the goalkeeper, who plays it long. Buonanotte stands on the ball. We had a bit of space in front of him, and Spurs picked the ball up. Vestergaard beats Solanke to the ball that was played through by Son. Good defending by Vestergaard. It had to be. He was the last man. Fatawu goes round Udogie. Didn't think there was a foul there, but the referee's given one. Quickly taken. The ball ends up back with the goalkeeper because Leicester are pressurised into going backwards. No time on the ball as it was played into midfield. Spurs really working hard. The press has worked every time so far. Van de Ven lofts it forward to Son. He's beaten to the header. Udogie wins the ball and gets it to Son. Solanke tried to go forward with the ball. It was crowded out, but Leicester have given it back. Tried to give it to Solanke, but he was beaten to the ball. Porro on the right hand side now, back inside to Sarr. Sarr's going across, lays it inside. Maddison, back to Sarr. Solanke's got a chance of a shot, and he hits it straight at the keeper, who parries it, and then Vestergaard heads it behind for a corner. And again there, Solanke will be desperately unlucky. The angle was a bit narrow, but he should have gone for the far post where there was more space. Maddison's going to take the right-footed away swinger. Goes short to Son on the edge of the box. He's gone backwards. Went to Udogie, who's eventually gone back to Vicario, who was miles out of his area. Plays it down the right-hand side. Goes to Maddison. Maddison plays it inside to Son. Tries to flick it back. Managed to pick it up. Ball swung in. There was a header there. I thought it was a free header, but Solanke sort of like fell over. Missed the ball completely. Ball comes to Maddison again on the right-hand side. Maddison again is looking for a ball to the back post, but doesn't get enough on it. It's headed out. Back to Brendan Johnson again. Brendan Johnson plays it to Maddison again. He plays it inside. There's a bit of space again here. Oh, he must score here. Oh, Bentancur hits it straight at the keeper at his near post when he should have gone again with the left foot to the far post where it was wide open. How many more chances is Spurs going to waste? Leicester away down the right hand side with Buonanotte. Van der Ven holds him up. He takes a left foot cross into Vardy. Vardy wins the header up in the air. Maddison wins the challenge for the second ball. But Leicester have shown a bit of strength here. Christiansen puts the ball across, right across the 6-yard box. There was no one there to put it in. This time they have scored. At the back post, the ball's crossed to Jimmy Vardy, and he nods one in off the floor. He heads it down off the floor and into the back of the net, and Leicester have equalised against the run of play. And that's all because Spurs have wasted chance after chance after chance. Vardy's off the mark in the Premier League again, and we're all level. Would you believe it? It's a great header by Vardy at the back post. Headed it down so that it bounced up past the keeper. The keeper had no chance. Christiansen gets the ball across the 6-yard box. It goes right to the back for Tawu. It just chips the ball in, and there's nobody at the back post stood there next to Vardy. And he just heads the ball down so that the keeper has no chance as it bounces up past his right hand and into the back of the net. And this is what can happen when you waste chances. He really enjoyed that, did Jamie Vardy. And it's all on now. After dominating it for so long, that's the first shot that they've had on goal. First chance. And they've put it in the back of the net. And, well, Spurs have had 7 or 8 chances that they should have scored. Spurs are just reeling a bit here. Leicester have a free kick on the right-hand side near the touchline. It's like Buonanotte is going to look into swing a left footer in. Can they go to... Could you believe they're going 2-1 up? Can they? It's far too deep. Buonanotte has got 2 points for that in rugby. That's miles over and miles wide. That's a wasted opportunity to get the pressure on. Spurs bring the ball out. Right side to Sarr. He plays it down the line, but it runs out before it gets to Brennan Johnson. Leicester throw just on the halfway line. Christiansen plays it back to Fires. He plays it to Winks, who turns it round. Back to Christiansen. Back to Fires. He has to go back to Hermansen, the keeper. He's going to have to drill one long. Chips it down the line, but Romero has a good run at that and wins the ball easily. Heads it out for a throw to Leicester. Christiansen with a throw. Bit of head tennis. The ball is eventually down. Romero plays it to Van der Ven. He plays it back to the keeper, who gives it straight back out to Romero. Buonanotte is putting the pressure on the keeper as he kicks it left-footed. All of a sudden, Fatu is taking on a doggy. He goes down in the box as he runs past the doggy. There was a bit of an appeal, but nothing's given. Ball comes out, Decladova-Reid on this right-hand side. He slings a right-footed header in, but Van der Ven, it's a free header and wins it. Maddison heads the ball out as it's put back in again. But Leicester pick it up again, deep inside the Spurs half. Buonanotte is fouled by Maddison. And Leicester are really up for this now after that belief this goal's given them. Yeah, no penalty for me as Fatawa goes down in the box. But Leicester have another chance to swing one ball into the box. It's a bit straight this. They would like it to have been a bit wider out. Ball is played in to the back. Decladova-Reid has to go back to Christiansen. Decladova-Reid and Christiansen combining together to throw the ball back to Winks. Winks plays the ball inside. Decladova-Reid gets it to Christiansen. He lobs the ball in. So Vardy trying to bring it down, but he was crowded out right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Just waiting for it to come down. Didn't have the time to wait for it to come down. Got in between them again, did Vardy. Spurs give the ball away. It's a throw to Justin, gets the ball across, but there's nobody there. Decladova-Reid at the back post is chasing the ball as it runs towards the touchline. He stops it, has to go back to Christiansen. The ball is given away though. Solanke has the ball. It goes past Christiansen. He's got a chance to cross it. Comes inside to Maddison on the edge of the box. He just lets the ball run away from him and he has it nicked off his toe, and Leicester are away again. Indeed, he goes down a bit easy. The free kick is given against Bentancur. In fact, Bentancur is going to get a yellow card. Probably not for retreating, not for the free kick, but because he didn't retreat. And Maddison had a great chance on the edge of the box there and just let it run away from him. Free kick's been taken. Spurs clear the danger. Fatawu gets his challenge in. Ball is high and across to Decladova-Reid. And Leicester have won the ball and they're dominating the play now after what's gone through before. Leicester are right in this now at 1-1. Christiansen has it on the left-hand side, tries to swap a pass with Decladova-Reid, who was beaten to the ball, but they win it back to Leicester. Fires has it now. Vestergaard on that right-hand side there. Just in charge to put it down the line. Looks like he maybe had a foul there the referee's given. Didn't see what for. But Leicester just dominating possession at the moment. They've had to go backwards though to Hermansen. Justin drills one forward, low to Vardy. He's not going to outrun anybody at the moment like he could do a few years ago. Ball goes down the line to Udogie. Buonanotte kicks the ball against Udogie and it goes out for a Leicester throw and they get it forward quickly. Romero manages to run the ball out under pressure. And it's a goal kick to Spurs. Now there's activity on the Spurs bench. Look, Archie Gray is going to get his debut. Looks like Kulusevski might be coming on as well. Ball's chipped forward. Leicester picked the loose ball up. Buonanotte has it. Fatu plays it inside. Indeed, he has a shot. It was a narrow angle, and all he managed to do is hit it into the side netting, when he might have been better going across, with Vardy again being free at the back post. Thanks to Simply Joy for watching and liking. I hope you're enjoying the game like I am. It's a good game, and the second half is chalk and cheese to what happened in the first half, but thanks for joining us anyway. Spurs are away now on Sarr. He gets it down to Johnson, who's got a chance to run into the box. Christensen's got his foot in, blocks the attempted low cross, but it goes out for a throw. Johnson takes the throw quickly. Pedro Porro. Back to Johnson, who's wide. Sarr supporting. Bentancur gives it across. Doggy has it. Van der Ven. Romero to Sarr. Looking for runners in front of him. Don't get one, so goes out. Brendan Johnson. Back to Porro. Maddison's inside. There's a bit of space. He gives it to him. Gets the ball back from Maddison. Maddison gets it again, lays it inside. Pass was just a bit wide for Brendan Johnson to pick up. Leicester have the ball and they're away again. Harry Winks laying the ball out to Fatu. He gets the ball. It's a left-footed outside of the foot sort of cross, but it was too far in front of his fellow attackers and straight into the keeper's arms. Spurs just beginning to settle things down again a bit now, but they're not getting the space and time that they got in that first half on the left-hand side. It's hardly gone over there this first half. So you've got to say that tactically, Leicester have done well. The Spurs are concentrating more on this right-hand side. Romero goes across to Van der Ven in the centre circle. He goes inside to Maddison, who plays it inside to Son. Son's got a chance, but the keeper's out quickly. There's a good diving save. Picks the ball up nice and cleanly and lays it out straight away. First time that Son's been in this game, second half. Harry Winks. Declan Overeed plays it across to the left to Christensen. Has to go back to Fars. Harry Winks lays the ball forward. Declan Overeed to Vardy. Vardy's in on goal. Oh, it's a great save by Vicario. He hit it hard and low with his left foot, did Vardy. The keeper was down quickly, strong left hand to keep the ball out and then actually pick up the rebound. Vardy will be disappointed with that. A good play this second half by Leicester. Yeah, Alan Smith saying that he thought he was going to tuck it away, and I thought he was going to tuck it away as well, but it was a good save. Leicester under the defence now as there's a corner for Spurs on the right-hand side. Right-footed away swinger for Maddison. Ball's going in. Now as a header up. It was to the back to Declan Overeed. But there's a man down. And everybody seems a bit concerned for him. I don't know if it's Bentancur. But they're waving the physios on, so they must be a bit worried about him. He's laid down on the edge of the 6-yard box and he hasn't moved. Goes a bit quiet as everybody worries for. There's a few people, including Maddison, holding his face. Spurs are going to make some substitution, including Archie Gray. Bergval's coming on by the looks of things as well. Stretcher's coming on. So a few of the players looking a bit distressed out there. I hope this isn't serious. A few concerned looks. Obviously the TV coverage is not going to show us what's going on, but it's been down for a long time as Benton Co. Son looking a bit concerned for his teammate. Must be a head injury. Just looking at the time, 73 minutes gone. Where has that time gone in the second half? It's been a great second half. And Benson Co.'s collision was with Fatawu. He seems to be okay. Obviously a head injury. Looks like Mavadidi might be coming on for Leicester. You know, I'm watching some of the coaching staff on the sidelines there, and they've all got books in front of their mouths and hands in front of their mouths. That's so pathetic. Who really gives a shit what they're saying? Does they think anybody's really interested? Is lip reading and going to pass it on to the opposite team? It's so annoying when I see it's so pretentious. Cover your mouth with your hand. Put a book in front of your mouth so we can't see what you're saying. It's pathetic. It really winds me up. And Bentancur is sat up a bit now, so hopefully he's recovering. I mean, if it's a head injury, they're going to take him off and substitute him, but at least he's not leaving on a stretcher. If he's feeling a bit dizzy, they'd be better putting him on it just to make sure. They'll put oxygen on him, but he's removed that oxygen mask now. He's awake. Looks like he's talking. And I think they're just saying to him, lay down, we'll carry you off if you're a bit unsteady on your feet, which is a safe thing to do. Spurs will get a concussion substitute for this. Bentancur obviously is not going to come on, but your concussion substitute is an extra one. But at least he's okay. Well, I said 2-0 to Spurs, and that's all gone now. I mean, at the moment, Leicester look the favourites to win it. Be a bit of added time on, obviously, at the end for this injury. It's been 6 or 7 minutes already. Happened just at a bad time for Leicester, didn't it, as well? It's just checked their momentum because there were a lot of Spurs. And that's just taken the pace out of the game just at the wrong time for Leicester. See if they can pick it back up quickly and get back on top again. Archie Gray coming on for his debut. It's like SARS going off as well. So Archie Gray is the concussion substitute, so that don't count as one of the regulation ones. Bergvall coming on. Johnson going off. Timo Werner's on. And Kulusevski's on as well. And James Maddison going off. Well, that's a surprise. Had a great game first half. Looks like Jamie Vardy's going off. Vardy giving a couple of the Spurs players a mouthful as he goes off. Should get his missus to do it. She does all the talking, doesn't she? Buonanotte has gone off as well. So Mavadidi and Sumari are on. So it looks like we're going to get the game back underway with a bounce ball. The ball's in Hermansson's hands. Fires. Played inside. That's Kulusevski's knocked over. Yeah. Werner on the right, Kulusevski through the centre. Ball's played into the inside. Kulusevski, but Winks took it off him in the box. Bergvall takes it. Werner's about to take a quick throw. And he doesn't. Pedro Porro throws it towards Solanke. He doesn't win it. But it goes out for a throw. Pedro Porro again. He goes backwards. Bergvall goes all the way across to the left to Son, who hasn't seen much of the ball this half. He goes back to Van de Ven. Romero to Werner. He plays it inside. Kulusevski lets the ball run away from him, but he's still fighting for it. The ball goes up in the air. Mavadidi has got a chance. He pushes Romero in the back. Spurs get the throw. Spurs get the free kick. Thought it was pushed in the back by Mavadidi. Van der Ven. Werner again on the right hand side. He plays it inside, but it's straight to Faz. Bergvall wins the ball back though. Bergvall again in the centre. Looking for a bit of space. Archie Gray involved early on. Ball's floated across. Doggy, does he handball that there? No, Son wins the ball and plays it out to the right. Bergvall. Charlie Gray. Archie Gray. Timo Werner lays it straight off. Porro gets it back. Solanke. Can he turn and get a shot away? No, he can't. Ball almost got through to Son at the back post, but Justin pokes it out for a corner. And Spurs begin to dominate again. That injury break seems to have done Spurs more good than it has Leicester. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. Here it comes. It's a good cross. It goes all the way through. There's a few heads and challenges went up, but no one actually got a touch on it. Declan picks the ball up, drills it down. Drills it down that left-hand side, but there's no Leicester playing anywhere near it. Pedro Porro gets the ball back off the goalkeeper. Gives it to Archie Gray. Gives it to Romero. Werner is pressurised, has to go backwards by Christiansen. Van der Ven. A drilled ball into the middle. Son into the box. Bergvall was laid the ball back from Solanke. His side-footed shot was deflected up in the air and the keeper gathers it quite comfortably. Keeper's going to kick one out of his hands long, which is unusual to see nowadays. Doggy goes up, but he loses out. Fatawu is fouled by Archie Gray. Leicester have a free kick on the right-hand side. Leicester substitution. Declan-Reid's going off. McAteer is coming on to replace him. Declan-Reid's not had a bad game for a debut. So we're going to get this one swung in right-footed. Goes deep to the back post. And McAteer, his first touch is to win that header at the back post. Just loops it over the bar. But a good start for him. Just loops over the bar. But Timo Werner's away now on the right-hand side. He gets his cross in early. Fires, intercepts. Comes back out to Werner. Bergvall. Porro into the box. Kulusevski on his left foot wants to cross one. It's blocked. McAteer's giving it straight back though. Bergvall plays it on the inside. Kulusevski couldn't keep it in. Archie Gray goes across to Romero. Bergvall. Porro comes inside. Bergvall to Werner. Werner again. Inside to Bergvall. Goes out to the right to Son. He just tried to tee it up on his left foot, let it run away from him. And the ball is taken off him. Samari. I thought that was Van der Ven who was fouled there. But Archie Gray comes back. Looks like Porro may be injured still. He's limping badly. Doggy to Son again. Chance to attack that. Doggy trying to win it back because it was poor from Son. Tried to put a little pass on inside. No chance of getting through all those legs. They're just saying on the news there that Benton Coe is up and talking, so he's okay. There's a chance here. Leicester had a break. Archie Gray comes away with the ball. Bergvall. I think Spurs are effectively a man down with that injured player. Don't look like he's moving very well. Spurs are just warming up their substitute to get him off. Pedro Porro. Timo Werner wins a throw on his right hand side. Pedro Porro, is the injured player, is going to take the throw, which is probably all he can do. Into the last minute, but there's going to be a lot of extra time, I would imagine. 7-8 minutes at least. Van der Ven runs forward, puts a pass into the centre of midfield, which is picked off. Leicester got a chance to come forward, but they've given it away now. Determination wins the ball back from, I think that was Kulusevski. Porro, even though he's injured, does his defending at the back there as he managed to bring a ball under control and gets it back to his keeper, but he's still limping badly. Romero, ambling forward, decides to go back to the keeper. There's going to be 9 minutes of added time. Still a chance for one of these two teams to go for this winner, and you would feel that either one of these teams is going to get another chance. There's going to be another chance to win this. It just depends whether they can take it. Because Leicester are away again down this left-hand side. Madidi flicks it across. There's a free header, and it's palmed away. A free header on the penalty spot, a diving header. Looking for him to go inside that left-hand post. The keeper got across, powered it away for a corner. It's a difficult one to get any power on, but he got it. He got the accuracy there. A difficult one for Ndidi to get on target and get any power behind it. Vicario not happy at all with the marking. It's going to be a corner. Richarlison's on for Pedro Porro, I would imagine. as we move into the second minute of the 9 added. Corner kick on the right hand side, going to be a outswinger for Leicester. That goes to the near post, but Richarlison's alive to it, gets his foot to it and goes out for another corner. Same again, right-footed away swinger. Better one this time. It's got to be attacked. As a shot comes in, it's blocked by Justin. Didn't strike it very well. And it was blocked on the edge of the box. Goes back by Christiansen. Doggy was hoping that his keeper was going to come and get it. He didn't. So Doggy heads it away for safety for a throw to Leicester. Ball goes backwards. Fires. He plays one across to the right. Archie Gray brings it away. Plays it down left to Doggy. Kulusevski. Richarlison. No space to work with, but he wins the throw. Jed Spencer's on for Son. I think that Leicester have had 70% of the pressure possession in this second half. Well, did they turn this around? Credit to the manager for this. Tactically, been superb. Bergvall. Archie Gray has it. Tries to put it through the legs. Comes to Kulusevski on the edge of the box. Bergvall. Archie Gray. He goes across to Doggy. Bergvall again. Werner on the edge of the box. Got a chance to run at the line again, but it's nicked off him easily. And then left-footed down the line. Nobody there for Leicester. They're all back defending. Archie Gray plays out to the right-hand side. It's going backwards. Archie Gray has it on the right. Plays the ball down the line to the runner. Solanke, can he keep it in? He doesn't need to because Vestergaard gets his foot in. Well, it's gone for a corner or a... Must have been a deflection on that clearance from Vestergaard because I can't see, but I don't think it's been given as a throw or a corner. Maybe a dead ball. A goal kick. Just 4 more minutes left of this extra time. Ball's driven forward. It's one in the air. Bergvall. Werner. And Werner's away, but he can't get to that. The goalkeeper's out quickly. Just gets in front of Werner. It's just a couple of yards in front of him. Hermansen taking his time. Maybe Leicester are going to settle for this 1-1. After that first half performance. Kicks it long. It's a free header for Van der Ven. It's picked up in the middle. Bergvall plays it to the right. Jed Spence to Werner. He has to come inside. Gives it to Bergvall again. Goes backwards. Van der Ven. There's a push there. Kulusevski pushes his man out because the ball wasn't far enough ahead of him to be able to make it. He was going to be beaten to the ball. He pushed his man over and gives Leicester an easy free kick. Steve Cooper edging his men on in this last 3 minutes, last 2.5 minutes. The ball's drilled long, but it drifts out. And it's a throw to Spurs on the left-hand side. Still deep inside their own half, though. The ball comes out to the right, goes across to the left to Van der Ven. He plays it inside to Bergvall. It goes all the way across to the right to Werner. Man inside is Archie Gray, gets the ball. 2 minutes to go. Spurs looking to pull one out of the hat. Jed Spence is tackled on the edge back by Fars. Leicester have won the ball back. Archie Gray gets himself in there. Good tackle, wins the ball back for Spurs. Kulusevski's brought down cynically by Fars, who will probably get a booking for that. The ref was just playing advantage, but didn't get any advantage. Yeah, it's a booking for Fars, and he deserved that. Less than a minute left. There's a chance for Spurs to swing one into the box and let their attacking players get their heads on it. Right-footed away swinger, swinging it away from the keeper, but far enough in front of his own teammates to give them a chance to run at it. And can Spurs pinch an unlikely victory? In it comes. Oh, Richarlison. What was he doing? He had a free header at the near post and headed it wide. There was nobody with him. There's nobody with him. And he headed it miles wide. What was he doing there? You can see that Richarlison's not a natural goal scorer because he should have won it for Spurs there. Had to win it, and you can see the manager is not happy at all. Ange's got his hands on his knees and his head bent. He's thinking, what was that? And that's the last action of the game, because the game finishes at 1-1. One-way traffic at first half for Spurs there. Spurs should have been 3 or 4 up in that first half, but they weren't. And Vardy scored the equaliser in the second half. And to be fair, Leicester dominated that second half. So in the end, you've probably got to say that 1-1 is a good result for both sides, because either of these teams could have come away with the both points if they'd just taken the chances, because Vardy had a chance in that second half to have won it. A good save by the keeper, and then Richarlison right at the end should have won it for Spurs and didn't. But a good game. I've enjoyed that game. I hope everybody else has enjoyed it who's watched today. If you have enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe and hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Anybody got anything that they want to say regarding this game? Any comments? Nice to see Archie Gray get on, even though he's left my team. Nice to see him get on and do his little bit. He'll be happy to have got his debut in. If you hit that notification bell, then you'll be reminded of the next live stream, which will probably be at the weekend. You will be informed if you hit the live stream and you won't miss it. But thanks for joining us anyway. Hope you've enjoyed it. 1-1 draw here tonight. It was a good game between two useful teams. But until the next game, thanks for joining us. Take it easy. See you then.